very big week of results in the Championship. Two things in particular of very big significance. We've had Covertry win the league now, confirmed as champions with their very strong win over Portsmouth midweek. Which I've done a whole separate video just dedicated to Covertry on their achievements, their fantastic season they've had, and everything about Covertry. I've done a separate video about, but their promotion was sealed last Friday, and they've gone on to win the league in their very next game. Officially now champions of the Championship, miles ahead of everyone else. Absolutely blitzed this league this season. Had no real competition for it, for winning the league at least. Anyway, it's all about that battle for second place, which we'll get to in a minute. But congratulations to Covertry, not only on their promotion, but now going on and winning the league. But also this week we have seen Leicester City relegated from the Championship. They now can't survive, 8 points from safety with 2 games left. They will not have enough. That result against Hull the other night has sealed their fate now. They go behind, but they look like they'll turn it round, and they look like they might just keep the battle going a bit longer. But no, Hull's equaliser was enough to send Leicester down. It's a game they had to win. So Leicester City relegated 10 years on from when they won the Premier League, relegated to League One. I think really is speaks numbers really about how badly things have gone wrong over there over the last couple of years. This season being relegated, now having back-to-back relegations as well. And they've been so heavily criticised this season, rightly so, because the players have been so poor, and they've gone under a change of manager as well. That's not worked. Gary Rowett has not been able to get much out of this team at all. There was brief moments a couple of months ago where it looked like, oh, are they going to get themselves out of it? But all season, it does seem to have got worse and worse and worse as the season's gone on. So to be honest, the performances this season, they deserve to go down, and I'm shocked really at how badly this club's fallen. The fact they're going to be in League One this season is just crazy. So Sheffield Wednesday are obviously long gone, and Leicester are gone now as well. I know Leicester have had the points deduction, which has not helped as well. But looking at the rest of the relegation battle, who will be 22nd now, it's all but confirmed that will be Oxford by the looks of things. I've wondered if it will go down to the final day. I fear for Blackburn, but that big win they got there against Sheffield United has really... and the point also was a good point against Covertry as well. I think those two results have been vital for them. Charlton finished on a bad run, but they have pretty much already made themselves safe a couple of weeks ago. Unless Oxford win both games and Charlton lose both, then they don't have to play each other or anything. So it's unlikely. Still a slim chance for Oxford, but they would have to win both games, which I don't see happening at the moment. When they got that win against Watford, there was more teams still involved, and I wondered if maybe they would be able to do something still. But no, Portsmouth's back-to-back 3 wins has got them out of trouble when they look like they could be in real trouble. And even if West Brom get this points deduction now, all likelihood they'll still probably be all right. And they're on an unbeaten run of 5 at the moment, so that's good. It's a good run. When you think of where they were a little while ago, they were pretty much where Leicester were, and it looked like both of them could go at one point. But yeah, that's taking shape. I'll take a look at the top of the table for the second place. So Ipswich are second. Bear in mind they've got a stronger goal difference than everyone else, significantly stronger than Millwall. That is important at this stage. Ipswich are on 79 points with a game in hand on Millwall, who are also on 79 points in third on goal difference. Southampton fourth, on 76, 3 behind. They still have to play Ipswich though, so that could maybe, if they was to beat them there, something could still happen. And Middlesbrough also on 76, behind Southampton on goal difference. Big win the other night to keep them in the discussion against Sheffield Wednesday. They just about got over the line there though against an already relegated Sheffield Wednesday. 1-0 win, but win's a win. It's kept them only 3 points behind. But the issue for them is the fact that Ipswich have got a game in hand on them, and they're 3 points ahead. And everyone has got. They are, as in they would need, because of the goal difference, they would need everyone above them to drop points realistically. So yeah, they're very much now looking like it will be a playoff finish for them. You have Wrexham in sixth on 70 points, ahead of Hull on goal difference, who are 7th. No wins in 5. I thought they might be over the line in terms of the playoffs, but maybe not. Well, they're out of it now. I mean, there's the goal difference. They're only separated by 2 goals on the goal difference. So yeah, that could still be one that it'll go down to the wire between Hull and Wrexham. That's going to be interesting. You look at the fixtures. Wrexham have got 2 hard games. They've got Covertry away, but Covertry have already won the league, so maybe an opportunity there. and they've also got a final day game against Middlesbrough. Who will Middlesbrough still be in with a chance of automatic promotion? We'll see, because that could have a big bearing on that fixture. Hull are away at Charlton tomorrow, both of them on bad form, but a point of due for Charlton, that'll keep them safe. A point for Charlton, they're safe. Hull need to win, so interesting game. And then Hull have got Norwich on the final day. Norwich, I mean, not if say Wrexham and Hull both lose every game and Norwich win both of theirs, and Derby fail to win at least one of theirs, then there's a chance. But is there again? It's like a bit like the Oxford thing or the Middlesbrough thing. It's unlikely at this stage Norwich to do it. But I think we should mention the form that Norwich should be on. At one point they was near the bottom of the table, but they've really come alive in the second part of the season. They've turned it around. I think it's a lot of promise for next season. Just a little bit too late for that playoff push. Everyone else is now mathematically impossible to qualify for the playoffs. Birmingham, Swansea, etc. A lot of teams are in the middle now, but there's something happening at every end of the table. Derby's loss actually to Norwich, funny enough, the other night has damaged their hopes, because if they'd won with the other results, they Hull failing to win as well, they would have gone just a point off of the playoffs. But there's now a 4-point gap with 2 games left. It's very much looking like Wrexham versus Hull for 6th, and seeing as Middlesbrough are 6 points clear of both of them, it's very much looking like one of them two's going to get 6th, other one misses out. Derby, no, still maybe in with a shout. Their remaining fixtures: QPR away, Sheffield United at home. Both of them nothing to play for. Both of them just in the middle, and neither of them having particularly great of a season either. So maybe an opportunity there for Derby. If they can win both, they can put some pressure on. But the reality is, one more win for either of those two out of the remaining 2, Wrexham and Hull, Derby won't be able to make it. But again, much like Norwich, a lot of promise for next season for Derby. I really like what I've seen from them this season. I think they've been impressive. So let's talk about the second place battle, because I think this is interesting. I think Millwall, Leicester tonight, I think is very much should be a win, seeing as they're already relegated. Then home to Oxford on the final day, who may also be relegated. So it could be a case. It's quite likely here, Millwall, they'll be playing 2 sides that are already relegated. So I think it really much suits them. I looked at the run in a couple of weeks ago. I thought, yeah, they should win these remaining 4. They've won 2 of them already against Stoke and QPR. I think they win these next 2. I think what it comes down to is, I think it comes down to Ipswich, and I think this is what's interesting, right? I think Ipswich, with this game in hand, I think they beat. I mean, West Brom actually away tomorrow is going to be tough. West Brom could be a problem, seeing as they're on a good run. You would fancy Ipswich to go over the line, just seeing as they're the team that's got it all, that's got everything to play for. Southampton in the week, though, bear in mind, if Southampton are to win, they get themselves in with a shout on the final day, and in theory, they're 3 points off of Ipswich. They'll go level with them. That would then put it over to Millwall's hands, and even a draw would do wonders for Millwall as well. It would be, I'm pretty sure that would. Draw would put them a point, would still keep a point clear. Need them to lose really, to be in with a proper chance with it on that final day. So it's still something could happen there. But Ipswich, I think, as long as they don't lose tomorrow, are probably still in a very good position. They're very much looking ready for the Premier League for another go. Second time round, I think they've been very good, particularly when they look like playoffs would have been a success. The way they started the season, not a good start the season, turned it right around in that second half of the season though, and they've really, really been on strong form. And go behind the other night against Charlton, looked like it was going to be a problem. They come from behind in that. Charlton took the lead early. There was there was always pressure at this time of the season when a team goes behind there. You're thinking, well, this could be a banana skin. Could Charlton do one of their biggest rivals a favour and beating Ipswich and helping out Millwall? But they ended up coming back and getting the win. Ipswich the other night, 2-1 win. That's all they really had to do. So Covertry already up. Ipswich edging closer. They just need to hold their nerve for these last 3 games and just carry on doing what they're doing. Then playoffs could be a really, really intense battle between the teams in the playoffs this season. Millwall will be in there if they miss out in second. We see Southampton, Middlesbrough. Will it be Wrexham? Will it be Hull? Even Derby? It's interesting, but looking at Southampton's last 2, just to see how that shapes up for them, because they got this cup final as well, so that's why they've also had the game of Ipswich moved to the midweek, and Preston on the final day, mid-table, nothing to play for. So again, I think most of them win their remaining games. I just think it could be a case of when Southampton and Ipswich face off, could still maybe be 3 or 4 involved in the final day still, if that turns out. Well, Middlesbrough, what was big was the fact Ipswich got the late equaliser with a penalty, which was maybe a bit of a controversial penalty, but that penalty, but nonetheless, that was a big moment against Millwall because against Middlesbrough because it got the equaliser. They obviously went behind twice in that game, fought back twice. The game Middlesbrough had to win really to keep themselves win with a realistic chance. They're still there, but like we said, it's going to be difficult now. So that was a big moment for them, I think, Ipswich, and a big moment in this season. But big games this weekend. I'm interested to see how Millwall get on at Leicester tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how Ipswich go to a West Brom side that are in really good form, how they play there. Probably last chance of teams like Middlesbrough if they want to get in the top two. Probably last chance of Derby this weekend as well if they want to get in the playoffs, and also for Oxford as well, last chance of them. So I think going to be keeping an eye on both ends of the Championship tomorrow. I think there's that final relegation place could be decided, and there's the promotion and playoff battle as well, which is starting to really go down to the wire now between 6th and 7th and the second place battle as well. So interesting times.